Saturday. What's the difference between this Saturday and the next one that's coming up and the next one from the other day? Hey, this book is crazy. It's making me think. It's making me see how crazy everybody else is. Listen, if a nigga get me $10,000, and I'ma prove to you niggas that ain't no such thing as no Hebrews in no Bible, and the Jesus part is gonna be super easy. You heard? That's the easiest one ever. That's the one to knock down. That's easy. Then right after that, that's the easiest one for black people to get over. A lot of niggas are still looking for Apollonius of Tiana and all of this other fuck shit, and a black nigga walking around Greece with books and wisdom that he walked from Egypt and all this shit. That shit is all bullshit. The closest you could get to the term Hebrew is apiru. And apiru is a gentilic term. It's a term allotted to people who Commission people said were outside of their culture. You heard? It's almost akin to calling somebody a nigga. You heard? You, as a post-slave, you never had no need for no books. You never had no need for no Sunday school, whips, chains, and crackers, and no testaments. You heard? You never needed none of that shit. But you created the cornerstones of civilization before the fucking term Hebrew entered the colloquialism of human dialect. So, you are all in game. And they use you as an anchor to anchor everything that's real relative post-slave. A lot of books just got concocted and put together, man. They just put all this game together, bro. There's instances inside that Hebrew text that show that the Moors and them sat up and wrote that. You heard? That book has Islamicized ideas in it. You heard? And it has a practice of magical numerics that was not around or did not exist for people to employ in narrative form in some ancient time. And y'all absurd. Y'all follow a God that creates worlds day to day. One day the nigga make birds, the next day the nigga makes the sun, the moon, the next day the nigga makes the water and the sea. Y'all fucking retarded. And all the religions associated to it, they all have been established to sell African American experiences and toil and blood and kids. Yo, fucking kids. The welfare office, the WIC checks, the wigs, the fucking Phillies, the fucking Gasha Vegas, the Newports, the Cools, all that shit. All of that shit is connected to post-slavery. All of it. Everybody is coming from all over the world to come over here to participate in a alternate reality just for commerce. And you see they juju. You could go get fried fish for the Chinese lady on Nostra, and she always got the Jesus' boss hat on. But I know who the boss is. They juju is right there in the corner. It's Quan. It's a whole different God. You heard? They got you in game because you niggas coming in there with crutches. Niggas coming in there with walkers, coming to get all kind of lobster shit that on you niggas ain't never deep sea dive in your life to go see what the fuck lobsters be doing down there for you to eat one. And then they be down there like this. It flamed the fuck up going to get that good lobster like this. And this hoe got the Jesus hat on. And do you know all that shit? Blessed, stay blessed. Yo, I'm living my best life. You know, all that shit is connected to black people in poverty. And there's a metric that connects. I'm blessed, stay up, keep your head high, one day at a time. All of that shit is all connected. There's a metric connected into diabetes. All of those terms. You heard? We live in memes, yo. Anything, something happen around you, niggas associate it directly to the Bible. None of you niggas associate nothing to Black Africa or nothing. That's why you need archetypes. And you need to be sitting up with people who ain't never had gods in their mind in their life. You heard? When I sit up and I talk to the Obas in the world, or I sit up and I talk to Ra Cool, and they don't associate reality, every instance of what we associate to something biblical. They can tell me a narrative from the corpus of information they've been initiated in. And we sitting up, everybody think they smarter than me. For real. I've been doing this shit for years. I let niggas, I seen everybody shoot they shot. I seen everybody shoot they shot. I seen everything that you could say. Yeah? I seen what you gonna say. Yeah? And it's all goes back to a nigga venerating religion some kind of way, or trying to pan-Africanize the white man's enslaving spirituality that he gives to you in the form of a narrative. Whenever pilgrims give you a narrative in a paperback or hardcover, and is made with letters of a language that also serve as their number system, you are participating in sorcery. You heard? Those books that you running around with, reading in English, it does not matter what you say or what you interpret in English. You have not been reading books for over 175 years. You don't know nothing of what nobody's telling you. And you send your kids to daycare center and call them schools and don't teach them at home. I never had a TV until I was 7. Y'all raise these kids now on devices. Y'all put a fucking phone into a 2-year-old, 3-year, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old hands, and y'all think that you just gonna, what you call it, just so handle me any old kind of way, treat me or any old kind of way. You was the lames. I watched y'all sit up and talk about all of these attributes that y'all got and all these gods that y'all is inside these books, and you ain't none of them shits. You ain't none of them shits. I don't care how you try to remix it and be like, yo, we wrote the book. Nigga, we know that already, nigga. We know that already, nigga. But you ain't had no hand in the English translation. If you did, your dumbass wouldn't have cursed yourself. They cursed you. Blackness. You black nigga. Gonna tell me you wrote the Bible, nigga. You ain't write no Bible. If you did, you a stupid black motherfucker for writing it the way that they saying that you wrote it, nigga. You look crazy, nigga. You cursed all your people. You cursed all your people. And I know what y'all did. Y'all made that English translation relate to the psychosemantic guilt trips that you was putting on enslaved people. You had all them people enslaved on ships for months, shitting on themselves, naked. Some people was having to bear children on the motherfucking routes across that water. You heard? And then when you got here, you made everybody feel ashamed because they was naked. You heard? And then you kept recapitulating that idea inside of the doctrine. So when we did get a break, it wasn't really no break on Sunday. On Sunday, that's when you indoctrinate a motherfucker deep, and they used to go in and tell you that we was cursed, yo. They used to tell your ancestors, you was cursed. And then they say, you know why you was cursed? Because your daddy was drinking. Your daddy was drinking. You seen your daddy naked while he was drinking. And then you went and told your brothers that, yo, I just seen daddy naked drinking. And then they helped you, and y'all walked backwards with a cloth, and y'all covered your father's nakedness. And then your father, when he realized what you did to him, he cursed you and all black people. Do you know how stupid you is? You stupid black motherfuckers. And all the religions is down with it. Y'all stupid. All of y'all are stupid. And I need $10,000 in y'all greatest scholar. Whoever's y'all greatest scholar. All he gonna tell me is he read the white man books. And he read the oldest books that the white man wrote. and that he had access to the oldest book that the white man, and the oldest white man that was the oldest white man that was the first one to record the whiteness. He was the one that said that you was a black Hebrew. You gonna go get a bunch of crackers telling me to place me back in the book that I don't want no parts of, motherfucker. You weird bastards. And it ain't no such thing as the Emerald Tablets. I'm about to hurt y'all feelings. It's 2020, man. The Kabbalion was written by crackers, by 3 Freemasons. Shout out to the white Freemasons. That's all Golden Dawn members. You heard? For real. Ain't no Emerald Tablets. Ain't no Emerald Tablets. Ain't no such thing as Hermes Trismegistus. Neither. You heard? It's a fiction created by Western occultism. You heard? All to keep you away from black Africa. All y'all niggas know everything about Egypt and light-skinned Africa. You know about all the shit about the Cthulhu. Y'all niggas know all the shit about crackers. But a nigga can't. None of y'all niggas know 12 names of no gods from the Congo. You heard? You can't name no dialect of the multitudinous amounts in Central Black Africa. You ain't got no knowledge of that. You heard? So I don't want to niggas don't. All a nigga gonna do with me trying to play with me, trying to debate with me, is go show me pictures of them at an educational trip at Egypt with some niggas that think that they know how to read hieroglyphics. You heard? And nigga gonna say, he gonna say, look at us. They gonna show you a picture in rocks and then associate it to a Bible that you got when you got off the slave. Shizit. You heard? Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. You crazier than a motherfucker, boy. And none of y'all can fuck with me. I hurt all y'all fucking feelings. I don't give a fuck what religion you in. And don't tell me nothing about the Christians in Ethiopia. Because Ethiopians is not fucking with none of you African Americans. Don't you ever forget that. Y'all need to stop using them as the scapegoats. You want to go read their books, the Kebra Nagas, to go try to substantiate why you think that you in the Bible. Them people got colonized too. Are you crazy? And a lot of that art aesthetic, that art that y'all like, that you immediately associate, and you know that is from their region, it comes from post-colonialism, from what you call it, from emissaries with Christianity. You heard? The people adopted and kept as much as they could. They definitely ain't fucking with you niggas, because they seen what y'all did to Nipsey Hussle. Don't think that shit didn't register in Africa to the Ethiopians and the Eritreans, that y'all ain't shit. You heard? Oh God, nigga. Oh God. Yeah. Y'all ain't shit. And your gods don't care nothing about y'all in the Bibles. All these terms. All these terms. Adonai. 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 Adonai is Adu Nana. That's Odus. That's knowledge that comes from veneration to the goddess Nana. You heard? Now you call it Adonai, and you let the crackers tell you what phenomes is. You heard? Can't tell me nothing. I'm the only nigga that ever told you niggas this. I don't need no motherfucking Bible to exist, nigga. I predate all of that. I make that shit up, nigga. I made it up. I'm fucking brilliant genius. I was raised Islamically, but nigga, we was Islamic occultists. You heard? You know, I was in a whole Sufi community as a child with alternative sorcery Islam. You don't know nothing about that. If I did fuck with a religion, it would be West African Islam. Because that shit ain't no joke. You heard? Nobody can fuck with that. You heard? Nobody. Nobody. Nothing can fuck with that. Except for Congo magic. You heard? But that, they made up talismans. You heard? They made up the magic square. You heard? West Africans is the people who seeded the society of Mesopotamia, and they took all their omen texts with them. They the ones that dealt with extispancy and still do to this day. Wherever you find people sacrificing goats, you find an ancient tradition. Now the white boy, he sacrificed a man goat called Jesus from a mama who had a little lamb right in front of your face. And then after he dead, they inspected his sides. Some of them show you that the innards his innards was gouged out. They wanted to inspect his liver. You heard? For real. And I hurt y'all feelings. And a lot of y'all in your feelings too, because all you was eating all day was oxalates. You was sitting up eating carrots and shit and beets and shit. And you think you smarter than everybody because you eating healthy. All you gonna do is just be a piece of shit for a longer period of time, perhaps. The universe is mental. You heard? But niggas will hurt your feelings, man. It's a reason why all the three religions, y'all the most, y'all kill me. How the fuck is you a Hebrew Israelite, but you vegan? You not no true believer in none of them gods and them fucking books. Y'all niggas be bullshitting and playing with people narratives. You ain't no Muslim. Islam, man. Islam what? How you Islam and you a vegan? You don't celebrate the lunar cycles? You don't celebrate none of the holidays? You full of shit. You heard? You full of shit. You full of shit. Even the Jews, the white Jews, you know how many Jews be eating pepperoni pizza? Wilding they shit up. They don't care. People don't give a fuck, man. They only give a fuck when it comes to trying to discipline niggas and trying to make a nigga a good nigga or a better nigga. As soon as a nigga gets some money, them niggas get up there, them crackers put that they say, come up to fund your war, come get to the war, to the stage, best actor, Oscar, and everything. Niggas go up there and start thinking fictional narratives, Jesus and shit. Nigga don't think the nigga that, think the homie that nigga gave me a sandwich when I was hungry. Think the lady that been fucking with me all through this bullshit. Nigga go right to the fictional shit. Jesus. Get your dumb ass out of here. Start thinking your communities. That's all y'all got. Your communities is your gods. You heard? And it's a plethora of various characters which encompass what your gods are. But everything that ever fed you is your God, nigga. We don't need gods, nigga. I dare nigga to debate me about his God and present books to me. You heard? Present your books to me. My doctrine is changing, man. My doctrine is changing. Niggas can't fuck with me, son. I'm gonna need $10,000 and I'm gonna prove to you ain't no such thing as no goddamn black Hebrews. You's a weirdo. You keep running with this and you running with the Pilgrim's Blueprint. You heard? And I got the article by the Jewish man. The goddamn rabbi said Jews themselves are not even concerned with historicity of their book. They only concerned with the nature of the narrative and its discussion had by their scholars. When their scholars see and talk, that creates the dialogue that is required that keeps their religion flowing. You heard? For real. We don't need no God in order for us to have access to the unseen, bro. The evidence of the unseen is the seen. The evidence of the unseen is the seen. We have common sense radar gauged in our physiology that tells us that there's a spatial reasoning to the physical world. There is an instinct that you don't need your parents to tell you this or God not to play on the edge of the roof. There's a fucking feeling that emanates from your ass that you didn't need permission from God. Don't go playing on the edge of no motherfucking roof that's 14, 15 stories high. You're gonna die. You didn't need God to tell you that. You didn't need God to tell you none of that. How many times I done seen niggas get on in the penitentiary with cold Jesus pieces on their shit. That's my little man. That nigga said, why you got Jesus pieces? You don't even believe in Jesus. That was deep. I said, that's one of the best lines I ever heard. Because niggas is just lost. I remember when niggas was tattooing Asian words on their body. Chinese and Japanese words. Who told you to do that? You post-slave. Niggas ain't even... Now niggas know about Indikra symbols and all of that. And hieroglyphics because of the internet. And because of people like me and my folks. What we did before the computer started. Actively participating and disseminating this information according to people who was coming to get it. But my shit has changed, my nigga. I don't need... That's what Dog Star is about. We recalibrate. That's what the Sirius Star system, that's what the 50-year increment of the Jubilee and all that is about. You heard? Of that Jubilee. It recalibrates messages, man. Upgrades the mechanics of the machinery, you heard? That we evolved with. You gotta upgrade your doctrine, nigga. Niggas is still talking that shit that I heard years ago as a little boy. You heard? Like, I've been to lectures. I seen Francis Crest Wesleyan at the church on Atlantic Avenue years ago. I seen Naeem Akbar them years ago. You heard? Y'all just getting hip. You heard? You just getting hip. For real. I was at Samatawi. Y'all just getting hip to Queen Afua and Baba Samaj. I did whole lectures at Samatawi when nobody was even interested in none of this. People was just more interested in walking around and looking like you was deep. But now everybody really want to hit the books. Well, I'm going to tell you something. The reason why the consciousness shit stopped and reached it's a plateau, right? A fucking crescendo, right? Is because y'all niggas' ceiling has never been addressed, which is religion. Y'all keep calibrating everything through religious doctrine. You want to be a blacker Muslim, a blacker Jew, a blacker Christian, but you don't want to cut no chickens. You don't want to light no candles. You don't want to do that. You niggas is scared of pigs. You heard? You scared of a pig. Them niggas, the Muslims, done beat y'all asses so much. The 5%ers done wout y'all the fuck up with them lessons so much. And you indoctrinated. I understand pain. It hurts. It hurts. It make you feel bad. Go to Cuba, though, and tell the people that's initiating you into the spiritual systems. And tell them that you're not, oh, no, I'm vegan. And you don't participate in the blood with them. It's an indicator that you don't deserve the mystery. You heard? What are you holding on to? What, you an Eastern philosopher? If you an Eastern philosopher, that makes sense. Because Eastern philosophers don't do shit. They lazier than the motherfucker. Begging is their religion. They'll sit up and don't do nothing. They don't got to write nothing. All they got to do is just do a yoga pose. It look like they physically fit. And then just be like this. They ain't got to pay no rent. They got whole branches of that shit. This is not no fucking Eastern society, though, weirdo. You're in the Western world. And, in fact, you're in the Americas. And because you're in the Americas in particular, the most important part of the Americas is the Northeast. And the reason why is because the Northeast experiences all four of the weather conditions in extremes. When you come up here and you announce or you do the work required here, it exists exponentially everywhere in the world. Especially if your ass if you could go to Manhattan, say a prayer in Manhattan. Manhattan, the Indians used to only come to Manhattan and do rituals. They sold it to the crackers for so cheap because they knew it was a curse. You heard? It's sitting on top of quartz crystals. You heard? Well, every place else is safe in the whole country. All the bullshit happened over here. You heard? Y'all know that. They don't pull them type of stunts that they do in New York and other parts of the country. Ain't no motherfucking buildings getting shut down and brought down nowhere else. They do all that shit here because of the waterways, because of the propitious location. You heard? The planet is like the Death Star from Star Wars, boy. But I'm gonna tell you something. Get you some bread. If you want to see me mangle any of y'all great teachers who hoist all of this shit on religion, you heard? Snap they fucking heads off like dolls, like this. Pop! Give me $10,000 because I'm gonna need it. Because I'm gonna hurt a lot of niggas' feelings. I'm gonna need that. You heard? I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that. Ain't no fucking such thing as no black Hebrew. You heard? Ain't no such thing as Jesus ain't never existed. You heard? You don't want me to say who else ain't never existed. That'll really hurt your feelings. You heard? Let's just keep it right here, though. Let's just keep this right here. You heard? Them crackers something else. And they let them extreme, y'all be scared of them stupid ass extreme Arabs running around cutting people's heads off, and y'all think that's cute, right? All you telling me is don't never go to Iran and all that. And Iraq, I'm never going over there. I could live a whole life. Fuck them and Canada. I don't have to go there or Canada. You heard? They could kiss my ass. I'm never going over there. And I'll be damned, I'll let some Arab niggas sit up and have me tied up and finna cut my head off because of some stupid shit they did over here. You got me fucked up. You heard? For real. And I'm not finna do none of that stupid shit they doing. Telling niggas, meet me, I'll meet you in heaven. You heard? Put the work in. Get your dumb ass out of here. Get your stupid ass out of here. For real. For real. Fuck out of here. And they super duper big time hypocrites over there with that bullshit. For real. Running with people, old ancient religions. All that shit is astrology, operative yoga and astrology, bro. For real. And poetry. Pentameter. You heard? You got me fucked up. For real. Yeah. And they say when you take people's shit away, you got to replace it with something. How the fuck I'm going to replace something that you already been had, my nigga? You the one been misled. You the one been misled. All your sciences are still intact. You just like to be a light-skinned Egyptian. Y'all niggas don't never talk about no other part of Africa. Never. Y'all love them light-skinned Africans. You heard? I ain't never heard y'all say that, yo, you know what? As an African American, I never seen no African American say, you know what? I want to be from Nigeria. Or I want to be from Ghana. I'm going to start dressing just like that and doing all the things that they do, including eating the foods that they eat and listening to their music. But when it comes to them Egyptians, y'all niggas get sitting up there, y'all get up with them bitches, get the belly dancing, light incense and shit. Eating y'all little Egyptian salad. Eating y'all Egyptian salads and shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This nigga's an asshole. Yeah, ain't no such thing as no black Hebrew. Ain't no such thing as no black Hebrew. And Jesus ain't never existed. Get your best teacher. Y'all got money. Y'all niggas be wanting to see death matches and shit. Y'all be wanting to see niggas getting bodied. Y'all be on the Instagram looking at niggas getting ran over by trucks and shit. Watch. Give me $10,000 and I'll prove all your teachers is incorrect. I wouldn't give a fuck how old your teacher is neither. All them old timers. They need to recodify that shit. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. None of y'all have ever approached the phonetics of the text and matched it with other phenomes and other literary sources. None of y'all. I never seen it. You heard? None of them. None of them. They all think they know everything. Praying. Niggas is crazy. Prayer mean cut a chicken, nigga. It mean blood have to spill. It mean stuff, water, light, fire, shit like that. Herbs, food, breaking bread. That's prayers. You heard? Y'all got a whole president wrote his own Bible. That's crazy. Then you got a New Testament, and like 4 of the books is the same book over and over again in Greek. And then when you go try to study that shit, you got so many stupid ass codexes: the Adventitus, the Vintinitus, the Louvain-Louvre, the Duke-de-Bat, the Bip Codex number 7, Codex number 9. Then I be seeing these little niggas think they smart. It's spinning y'all with shit that y'all ain't never gonna go to the library and check out on your own. They said, yo, well, when I investigated, the Louvre has a document from the 7th century, which is touted to be, I could do that. I grew up in the streets. I know niggas to sit up and make some shit up and sound slick to you. Y'all know, read. Y'all think it's really a God outside of you and that this God wrote a book. You's a stupid nigga to think that God wrote a book. Oh, you niggas gonna tell me that an angel came to a nigga and told him to write a book? For real? For real. Okay. Y'all, when is niggas going to Mali? When y'all gonna go to Mali and say, yo, I want to be a part of, I want to go see the Hogan? When y'all gonna go take a picture, go to Mali and go see and take a picture of the Hogan? Go take a picture of that cave that they in with the stellar maps that y'all going up taking pictures of a motherfucking pyramid and you're healthy. Go bite the pyramid. Go take a bite out that motherfucking pyramid. How Dr. Sabi used to say to y'all niggas. Go take a bite out that motherfucking pyramid. Worshipping dead culture. Surrounded by Muslims. Get the fuck out of here. They supposed to be letting niggas graffiti and write your name on the pyramid, nigga. If you came from a slave ship, I ain't going all the way over there just to be taking no picture. I'm writing my name up in one of the motherfuckers. I promise you. Nigga, I'm from the hood. I'm from the street. They ain't got no graffiti artist, nigga, that went to Egypt and ain't write his name in the thing. You crazy now. They might kill you. The Arabs who worship Allah might kill you for writing on the pyramid. That's crazy. Then they got them other Arab niggas in Indonesia. These niggas is blowing up Buddhists, blowing up ancient shit at the Angkor Wat. You heard? That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. That shit is amazing to me, but not surprising. For real. Niggas need to stay in their lane. I promise you. I bet you. Nobody can fuck with me. Ain't no such thing as no black Hebrews. That's a historical fiction created by white people to keep you enslaved and keep a ceiling over you, to maintain all their infrastructures for religious doctrine. You heard? Your religion is superstitious, nigga. You deal with magic, nigga. You trying to always get rid of bad luck. That's all your religion is. And eating and feeding people. That's your religion. Always looking external, outside to yourself. All these heap of motherfuckers going on, running up into that church, passing by all these poor people, passing by all these young kids trying to get in school. They'll go get that money all to that nigga up in the church, up in the mosque. These niggas been building the same mosque for 30 years. Where does Zakat go to every week? It's 4 weeks. It's 4 weeks in a month. 52 weeks in a year, and them niggas still been building that same mosque for 52 years. Come on with this old shit, man. My people is lost, bro. The only time we participate in religion is to put lames in game. You heard? That's it. You heard? And just in case people was around us and they want to see us in our spacesuit just to be around them. But, nigga, I don't need religion to substantiate or sustain myself. You heard? I don't. I'm not afraid of no ghosts. No spooky ass shit. You got me fucked up. I can write a Bible, nigga. That narrative is fucking crazy. That shit is crazy. They say you curse because you seen your daddy drunk. If that's the case, all you motherfuckers is cursed, nigga. Everybody is cursed. Shit. For real. That's a fact. I'm a Jehovah's Witness too. I love the Jehovah's Witness Bible. For real. One of my big homies, he was the minister for the Nation of Islam when we was in prison. That nigga used to tell me that nigga had all the books. That nigga introduced me to Church Ward and the literature of Coon Boyd, you heard, and all that. Esoteric alphabet. This nigga had all that shit. He had Hilton Hotima shit that niggas ain't never seen. Right? That nigga said, man, he used to be up there giving the doctrine and all that. Boom. He knew the whole doctrine. He was ill with it, with the nation. But that nigga used to tell me, he said, man, don't you ever be surprised you see me in the front of the church, man. You heard? I got to go home and get me a few dollars, man. You got me fucked up. I can't be in the penitentiary no more. That's how he used to talk. And he'd be like this. He was ready like fish and spaghetti to get that shit cracking like this by any means necessary. What's happening? For real. For real. For real. Ain't no such thing as no... I don't need to be in no Bible for me to be some... What was we in before the Bible was existing? A goddamn slave ship. Don't you ever forget that. You heard? And prior to that, you ain't need no... All you needed was not to have no interference with no colonizer. That's it. You heard? I didn't need nobody to bring me over here with this old stupid shit. But now that I'm over here, yeah, I want my motherfucking MTV now. Fuck that. You heard? I want my MTV. We over here now. Damn. Yeah, it's too late now. School's out forever. School's been blown to pieces. For real. Legend. Oh, Bob, what it do? What's the science? Legend. Bye-bye. Word up. I'm like this. Yeah. Son, I dare them. I dare them niggas. Get they best and brightest religious nigga and give me 10,000 and I'ma mangle that nigga. You heard?
Yeah, that's a fact.
No such thing as no motherfucking black Hebrews, nigga. That's a fiction. Hell
well,
no.
You know, the thing about it is, these niggas want to go about some literature. And like I told you,
right.
They don't understand that literature is only consequential when you're dealing with commerce.
Right.
Reading and writing and arithmetic only has to do with commerce. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing but that. That's why the Jews is winning. That's why they be writing the motherfucking them contracts. Because that shit is about commerce. See, niggas be thinking that there's history in the motherfucking literature. There's no history in the literature. That's just fucking, that's commercial jargon.
Right.
You feel me?
That's
so
it.
that, yeah, so that they create these cultures so they have something to sell motherfuckers. You feel me? It's like the San Francisco 49ers. You gotta sell the motherfucking jerseys. That's what the motherfucking game is about. It ain't about who wins. It's about selling jerseys and hats. You feel me? It's the work.
I'm sitting here writing the book, and I'm seeing shit that I said before, and I felt like I'm still romanticizing that book for them. You heard? And then low key, or if you look at some of my older literature, if they was really smart, them crackers would have all my books in the museum. I added some fact to Judaism with my speculations. You heard?
Yeah, but who's to say that they don't got that shit in there?
Metaphysical shit.
Who's to say that they don't got that shit in there? They didn't send somebody to go buy that shit already. I promise you.
My nigga, I said shit that they would never have said in none of their books, that they was not even aware of about that book. You heard? And now, my new shit is, that whole shit ain't nothing of what I thought it was. It's all Akkadian and Sumerian hymns. They talk about preparing wax figures of your enemies, burning them, throwing them in water, sending them down the river. You heard? Turning your back on it, drinking shit under the moon, going to sleep drunk, getting up, taking a bath. That's what the Bible is, son. You heard?
Yes, juju. It's a juju manual to get money, though. Only to get money. Remember that. It's like, you know, when you join a union and they give you the union book? That's what the Bible, the Torah, and the motherfucking Quran is. See, niggas don't understand. The niggas created, the Moors created Islam so that they would have a fucking, it was like a union, a fraternity.
Yeah.
So so they could start getting rid of certain niggas, because once they became a nation, they're like, yo, not everybody we good with everybody in their customs. So now we got to come up with some shit so that we exclusive as a gang. So the first place that they started this gang, niggas don't realize, is in China. The Mongolian niggas got the first mosque in Canton.
Come on.
You feel me? And so it's really about the savages all over the world who niggas was trying to keep out with these walls. These niggas getting together and shit. That's why they traffickers always been nomads. You feel me? That's why they travelers. That's why the shit is the traveling man. Because that means that you're nomadic. You ain't got no home. Right? And that whole maritime shit is about the money. Because the law of the sea is the same all over. The law of the land changes from land to land. So once them niggas got to making them boats and they got started having them navies, then they started getting to that chicken. You feel me? Yeah. It's transport. It's the Teamsters. It's the ancient Teamsters.
Moors, it'd be a bunch of Moors talking that shit. They ain't never had a book on navigation and piloting by the Naval Institute. This is published by Naval Institute. You would never see no nigga with this book, but this book got so much game about what you call it, maritime, you heard, and navigational principles from the first time that we got in the water. You heard?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so you got to understand that Lukumi in Yoruba traditions is based on maritime affairs. See, you using a cowrie shell. That shit comes from the sea. You understand?
Yeah.
And so the money comes from the riverbanks, because the kaolin to make the pots, the pottery and all that comes from the riverbanks. That's the mud that you find on the riverbanks. Kaolin. That's what they make porcelain with. You understand? So that whole maritime admiralty law shit where they be talking about the riverbanks control the currency. Right? Right? So that there's always a bank on the side of a river, always on the other end of a river, because they are controlling the currency, because the money comes from wherever there's a river, because the river is where the society is gonna build this shit. That's why all of the major cities are at a port. You ain't getting no money if there ain't no ships coming through bringing no fucking merchandise. You understand? So we have to understand that the old world is still mirroring what they call Atlantis, right? What they don't tell niggas, and they gave niggas a little bit of a hint, and I've been telling niggas this, is that Atlantis is under the Sahara Desert.
Okay.
And so the Yoruba say that Obatala came down on the chain and poured the sand out of the Fibonacci spiral onto the aquatic world, and a mountain was born. Right? So understand that when you see those pyramids, that's them trying to emulate a time to get back up into the heavens. You feel me? Because the word okay that you use in English is a Yoruba word for a mountain. It was okay because Obatala descended on the mountain and it was firm. So when something is firm, it's okay, right? This is a Yoruba word that found its way into the American lexicon. So okay means about stability, right?
Yeah.
And reaching to the top, because at the top is God. That's where it's the most silent. When you by yourself, and that's when niggas get into I am God. Only when you reach the top of the mountain, when you are by yourself and you have the experience with God, then you become God. You understand? Right. Because you become comfortable in your solitude. What if you didn't have nobody to talk to? That's why the niggas that come out the Bing be so profound. Right. Because you be in the fucking spot talking to yourself. And then talking to yourself, you are transgressing into all of the past lives that you had. Right. You feel me? This is what keeps niggas entertained. The niggas that don't do well in the Bing are niggas that just to stay first or second incarnation. So they don't have much to fucking grasp on. You feel me? The real killers, them niggas sit there and meditate, and them niggas don't say nothing all fucking day. They just wait for that trade to come. You understand? Niggas ain't talking, ain't politicking through the motherfucking, through the vents. These niggas is meditating because they are, you ever know niggas to motherfucking recite books because they read the book so many times? You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
A nigga done read the book so many times, he know the fucking pages, so all you gotta do is sit there and meditate and read the book over. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so niggas don't realize some of that prison shit is it's a vetting process. They're looking to see who the golden niggas are. That's how they found Malcolm. They found Malcolm when he was in the prison.
Word is right.
Niggas don't know. At the same time when Malcolm was doing prison time in Boston, this nigga Martin Luther King was in motherfucking Harvard. You heard? They wasn't too far from each other. So one was getting a colloquial fucking education, the other one was getting a correctional education. You understand? And so you got to pay attention because these niggas been on their culture ever since World War II. Ever since World War II, when they start putting that motherfucking date on the birth certificate, that's because the cultists be trying to figure out who the golden child motherfuckers are and when they were born and what bodies they came into.
That's right. That's right. That's a fact.
That's why they don't like niggas having them babies at home. Because they can't be active with that time.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
They looking for certain motherfuckers. They found that nigga Michael Jackson. If you don't think that them niggas bought that nigga from Joe Jackson a long time ago, you are sadly mistaken. You understand me?
Yo, the Silvers might have been better than them because the Daddy and all of them could play music too. They sounded, take it slow, love and devotion. I think you can't play that and a nigga don't think that that's the Jackson 5. But they was better. They was better.
Right, but you got to understand who Michael was.
No, I'm saying that's why they skipped over them niggas that went to Mike.
Right.
Yeah.
Michael is born after a set of twins. Marlon's twin died at birth.
Wow.
Okay. So the children born after twins are very, very mystical. They call them in Yoruba. They call it Idowu. Yeah. The child born after the twins, right?
Ooh.
And the child born after the twins, you see them in entertainment as very famous people. So you see the Bee Gees, right?
Yeah.
The Bee Gees consisted of an older brother, a set of twins, and then their younger brother who wasn't in the group. This nigga had a hit song. Like this nigga was the man and he killed himself.
Damn.
Okay. So you have to understand that these archetypes, they follow through different cultures and different phenotypes and ethnicities. But the archetypes don't change.
They don't.
You feel me?
Right.
And so like you said, niggas keep looking to Egypt, but Egypt has something older than it. West Africa, and West
Right.
Africa has something older in Central Africa, right?
Yeah.
And then the niggas in Central Africa say that the niggas from Southern Africa came out of the stars.
Yeah, they said that's where that shit come from. The aliens nigga is from there. They from Mars. They Martians, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call, they
And
call them niggas.
South Africa is a jump point for celestial activity, and they just built the largest installation of technology the world has ever had in the form of a telescope down there. Like the largest machine ever in the entire world that has function and technology. They just built it down in South Africa for them to measure hydrogen impulses in the deep crevices of the space. So when you talk about hydrogen, they talk about the darkness of space. They want to read God's mind. They want to see what them
Well, yeah,
bursts is. And them
well,
Bruce,
you know,
that shit, them
hydrogen,
pulses is.
hydrogen is the oldest element.
Yeah. All they gonna hear is hip hop. Huh?
That's a fact.
That's
That's a
it.
fact. Well, but you know, hydrogen is highly volatile, right?
Yeah.
So in the Yoruba pantheon, Olokun is the most feared Orisha after death. That
Okay.
Olokun is at the bottom of the ocean. Nobody knows what Olokun is. They don't know if it's male, female, they don't know what it is, right?
Yeah.
But they realize that it's a fierceness and it has less to do with the comforts of water and more about the ferociousness of water,
Okay.
right? So that when you understand that the base compound for water is hydrogen, but hydrogen is hotter than a motherfucker.
Okay.
You heard? And hydrogen gave birth to all of the stars. Everything in the universe was born out of hydrogen. So this is why they keep talking about everybody being born out of water, right?
Yeah.
So they don't have a lexicon that is equal to the English writings
Yeah.
to express how serious these deities really are. You feel me? And so they have a description based on the old lexicon that niggas don't really understand because they haven't been able to translate it. Like you said, niggas talking about they can read the shit on the walls. If I came to
If you don't
Cali,
get your ass out of here with that shit,
yeah,
nigga be
my
thinking
nigga,
they
I'm a
go.
graffiti artist. I'm a graffiti artist. I
Right.
can read graph, but I can't read California graph. It's a different style and it has different fucking nuances in it, right? So I might miss a letter because these niggas don't put a certain letter upside down because of some gang shit from the block. I don't have that knowledge, so how can I necessarily relay that information? And it's a small nuance that only if those people that were there can explain. If they're no longer there, then you don't have the experience nor the data to make an assumption about it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Word is bro.
And it'd be a lot of cultural nuances within hip hop that you got these faggot niggas misrepresented, right? So, like we talked about before, the culture of popping bottles comes from little niggas, them little short niggas from East New York, who be getting it into with the motherfucking bouncers. So because they can't bring their hammer in there or their knife, them niggas buy a bottle of White Star, and if shit get crazy in there, they're gonna crack one of the motherfucking bouncers with this bottle. It ain't about flossing, it's about paying for protection. You understand? So now you take that culture and you remix it, and now you got niggas spending 10 times the amount of alcohol that you can purchase in the hood. Even in the hood, when you buy it out the fucking liquor store, there's still a VIG on it. That fucking bottle, you bought it for 45, that shit only costs 15. Now you take that same bottle and put it in the club, and y'all niggas are spending rent money on it. Y'all niggas have missed the fucking context.
Yo, I stopped going out in New York. My man and them took me to some shit. First of all, niggas be going to places I ain't never been to go party anyway. Niggas is in a back block in Queens somewhere with some strip joint, right?
Yeah.
So we get there, the shit, I was with the big homie, right? I go, nigga, we get there. They was like, Everybody turn around. He brought me out. He know I ain't come out with no chicken like this. Boom. So everybody turn around, passing each other C notes, big heads, 50s, and all this, like 10 niggas. I said, oh, I asked him, I said, how much they paid to get in? Them niggas gave them niggas something like $2,000, $3,000, son, to get a whole booth and a few bottles. You heard? I was like, oh, I'm never going out in New York again. You crazy. What happened to just paying the admission and just go in and listen to the music, get a drink, get your two-step on, talk your shit? Nah. You got to go out there and spend crack money, and they ain't even selling crack no more. Where these niggas
That's
getting
the
this
crazy
money
part.
from?
Right.
And niggas still
But see,
dying.
and the
niggas
same
is
niggas
still dying, gangland style.
But the same niggas, if I was to be like, yo, son, I need a stack to do this little fucking t-shirt.
No. Oh, hell
niggas
no.
Would be like,
hell no. They gonna be like, nigga, you crazy. They gonna be like, son, as soon as you get up, as soon as you stop talking to them, they gonna get on the phone with another nigga and be like, this nigga just asked me for some shit. Boom. And then that'd be the same nigga asking you for something when they get jammed by the law. You know?
Yeah. Yo, call Keisha for me, son. I need you to get that number.
Oh, God. Everybody know the squares then. When you get jammed up, niggas start, everybody will call the square now. Be like, damn, I should have listened to you, man. Word up. Yeah, you crazy ass nigga. From where? I ain't doing that no more.
That shit funny. Yo, let me tell you. I said I was in my hood a few months ago, right? So this little nigga, he kind of famous. He went viral because a few years back, nigga, he got one leg. So a few years back, niggas took his crutch and beat the nigga with the shit online. Like they had the shit on YouTube, right? So, he from my hood, he a little nigga, but he ain't really built like that. So I'm in the chicken joint. The nigga come in, he like, oh, what up, boy? So I turn around, I'm like, yeah, nigga, seen a ghost, don't get nervous now. So I was like, yo, oh, watch your fucking mouth, my nigga. Like, you ain't never been a threat. But anyway, so the nigga start talking about my man that's doing triple life. That's my A life, but I don't talk to the nigga because he jammed up. So the nigga got triple life, he's doing 23 and 1. The nigga's not coming home. You feel me? And I ain't seen the nigga in 20 years. So someone's like, yeah, son, I spoke to someone on the phone. I was like, oh, that's cool. He's like, yeah, son, some of my niggas don't write. I said, my nigga, I done did enough business that nigga never wrote. I said, y'all niggas got this homeboy shit fucked up. I said, you should listen to your mama. Your mama will tell you who your real friends are. Fuck you talking.
Let me tell you something. When I did that dime, can't nobody outright letter me. I swear to God, I wrote the niggas letters every day for like the first 3 years, right? And I promise you, you got to write about 100 letters to get about 4 or 5 letters back from niggas, right?
That's a fact.
I used to be with niggas every single day sometime, right? And I never felt the need to write them. Too. You heard? Because I know what type of time they on. And I'll be more happy to hear that he ain't get killed. You heard?
Absolutely, yeah.
For real. Or you be happy not to see the nigga coming down the cell block with his shit rolled up like this. Yeah, oh, what happened, boy? Like that. You feel me? But my big homie taught me some shit. He said, even if somebody wrote you one letter, they still get more respect than those who didn't write you at all. You heard?
That's a fact.
I promise you. For real. So, like it's the same thing with doing crime and asking for bail. I never did a crime ever and asked nobody